This program is furnished by amp2tv.square.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Yeah, welcome to the 6th Borough Radio Show, brought to you by Power Up Radio. Joe and Denise here to talk all about Florida's do's and don'ts that take place every day in the streets of New York. So get ready to ride the A train. Next stop, Boca Raton. So what do you say we get the show started?
Welcome to the 6th Borough, where we are live from Boca Raton. And again, of course, we have a great show for you tonight. And I have my partner in crime back. She left me alone for a week for the show last week.
I got stories to tell, please.
Oh, my. I felt like a kid in recess just running around.
Yes.
But we have a great lineup for you tonight. And I want to just start the show on a kind of somber note. A very good friend of mine passed away this week. Great gentleman. His name was Bill Hoffman, and he was very big in the motorsports and the car shows, and he was a TV producer. He had his own production company, and he's a very, very dear friend. And it was, it was quite a shock to us that he passed. But I just wanted to give the man a tribute because he was a great man.
It was a great loss to our community.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yes, he made impact. But as he said, welcome to the 6th Borough radio TV show. We have a great lineup, as Joe said, and we are going to be doing a lot of fun things today. But I have to say that if you want to be able to call in and ask questions, you're going to want to do this, okay? Because what you're about to hear, if you're going to need any translation, call in and say, we got to call.
Hello?
Oh, we got my phone. We found the phone. See, look what I found. So we are in the 6th Borough, and we are always recognizing the days of the vintage lifestyle, if you would. I can't believe we're calling it vintage lifestyle of the 60s, 70s. No, actually, I'm not putting that old, but we from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and that's what the show is about. Yes. So we go back in time, nostalgic times, memories of all of what we have been through as we were growing up through the 70s and 80s and 90s, and that's what we're about for the most part. We're about having some really fun, raw comedy and bring you back in time. There's Bill. May he rest in peace. He was really a great guy.
A little late, but he's there.
He's there.
There he is, my man.
There he is. Yeah, good guy. We're just giving him some of the props of some of the pictures for those of you that are.
He arranged all those car shows.
Yes, he did. He was a very big car enthusiast. And for those of you that are not being able to watch this and are listening on the road, whether you're in the car or listening to Siri or if you're Alexa, iHeartRadio, wherever you are, we'll always try to give you the visual because we are live and you can see us actually talking and doing our show. And you can actually do that on right now. You can see us on Facebook under Power Up Radio TV, the 6th Borough.
All my friends commenting on my phone, go to the Facebook page and watch us and comment so it shows up on the screen and we can answer you.
Yes.
I would love to stop and answer all you crazies who are messaging me right now, but I can't.
Because he teaches them bad habits. I told them, don't do that. Now they only go there.
Oh.
What am I going to tell them?
At
least they're watching somewhere.
Go to the Facebook page to watch us live.
Man.
Here's another thing you want to know if you want to call in. If you want to call in, it's 888-565-1470, and that gives you direct access to any of us right here in the studio. The only thing that we ask is that there's no cussing. I know it's so easy to do, but when you're on live with us, we try to. This is a family show, so we try to do that as much as we can.
We are on the air.
We try not to cuss in different languages too, but I can't make promises. I'm sorry about that. We try.
Well, can I introduce? I'm very excited.
No, not yet. But no, I want to share my trip really quick.
Go ahead.
You know, I was like Tom Hanks in the movie The Terminal because I could not leave the terminal for 8 hours just on one way and 8 hours coming back. So I did take Spirit Airlines.
That's right. You were supposed to come in through video last week. And
right.
You can't. So tell us about your adventure.
All right, listen,
Tom Hanks.
My flight was supposed to be 8 in the morning, and I got bumped, and I had an anxiety attack, and I tried calling 911 from the terminal because I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
And you called me too.
And they literally did call 911. I'm on the middle of the floor. Everyone just have this visual. I wish that there was a video watching this because I had such a heart attack. of a feeling that was coming on that I laid on the floor because they told me I had to go ahead and rebook. And the reason why I was having so much anxiety was because I was flying to Maryland for a purpose of doing a show that I'm the MC. I'm like what you call the Brian Seacrest of a virtual show similar to The Voice now. And I also wanted to jump on the show, but they bumped me to a 4:00 flight. Oh, well, be it May, I'm in line and I'm scooching my butt up on line because I couldn't breathe. And I figured, let me call 911. That wasn't going to happen.
That didn't get you on the plane faster.
That didn't get me on the plane any faster, no. But they did show up and I actually crawled.
She called 911 herself.
I did.
You ever heard of anything like that?
That's like
Yeah, I've done that.
Remember calling information 411?
I called 911 and I told them where I am. Ma'am, no, the security has to call us. So I hung up and I said, I called Spirit while I was on the floor. I said, I need to rebook my show.
Such a drama queen.
Yeah, I actually, and 911 shows up. I have Spirit on the phone. 911's talking to me. Ma'am, I need to get your name and information. No, I'm on with Spirit right now. You're going to have to wait. That's me telling them they have to wait. Ma'am, I need to take your blood pressure. Hold on 1 second. I'm like telling them the whole now.
She's a show in herself.
I was a show of myself. Well, I got the show. I got on the plane. I made it. I will tell you that Spirit Airlines, I know it's a big company, but you know why it's called Spirit? Because you have a spiritual experience whenever
time
you
you
fly
fly
on that
on.
airline. You need Jesus when you fly that line.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's one of the worst airlines that's out there, so they're probably going to sue me after that. But anyway, I'm
But you
here.
made
I
it.
made it.
You made
I
it.
made it.
And
I
how
missed
did-
everyone.
How did the show go?
It went really great. There's 6 more segments to come, so stay tuned. It's in editing right now. It was a lot of fun.
So you're going to leave me again?
I
Alone?
might have to, but it's all for. I mean, this is going to be a really big thing for anyone that is a creative, meaning they can sing, songwriter, singer, and a rapper. They submit their audition through video to viralstardom.com, and they are in.
So
The voting starts.
Whoever goes the most viral wins.
That's right. You have to be selected out of the whoever number of people are out there. And if you're the top 25 selected, and we need judges, so if you're interested, anyone wanting to be a judge, and you got experience in the industry, give me a call, 888-565-1470. You can do that.
Here I am, right here.
Yeah, exactly. We
What
can
am I,
do that.
Barash?
No, not at all. Hold on. Yes,
Again with the
hello. No, we're busy. Talk to you later. Anyway, Spirit colors.
You stole it from
I
Spirit.
stole it from Spirit, gosh. So that was my experience. I did miss everyone. I'm sorry that I was not able to jump on, but I heard it was a really good show, and the food, although you couldn't taste it, I thought it was really great. Gnocchi, is that what you call it?
Hey,
it's Mac
Kenny.
Job.
What's up, buddy? I couldn't answer your annoying text, but I'll say hi to you now.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
knows
we
what
do
he
we do have a great show lined up, and we actually have. Who wants to read the introduction? You want to?
We have.
him?
He's going to actually host the whole rest of the way with us. It's an honor to have him here. He's one of the funniest people I've known, and I'm a big fan of his. And then you had them on the show, and I was
Yes.
like, how excited was I?
You were very excited.
And he happens to be a good friend now, and we had quite the experience driving over here.
Yeah, I have
It's
to-
never a dull moment with him. This man is amazing. I don't know how. I can't imagine being in a house with this
I
guy.
never saw anybody do so many moves in the front of a car. Like, that's so weird.
Apparently, they don't drive in Syracuse.
I'm so glad I had another pair of pants in the car. I just want to give a big shout out to our big sponsor, Spirit Airlines, and thank you, appreciate you guys. And
Jeez, we have to say. You got to say his name. Who do we have with us?
Oh, we have the star, well, one of the stars of the Uncle Louie show, Lou Greco. And in the flesh.
hello, everybody.
And here we are. We can see him. These guys, I'm going to let him explain exactly what they do, but I don't know. Can we roll the clip now? Yeah, let's
You wanna
roll, the clip.
clip?
Let's roll the
So
clip.
this is Lou,
Clip?
Yeah.
also
Fantastic.
affectionately known as Uncle
It's
Louie.
not from the car, is it?
No.
Yeah, I had a video on in the car.
All I got to say for anyone that's listening,
Mikey in the
life,
back.
that would be great.
that
sit
was
back, put your seatbelts on because you're going to be doubled over laughing. That's what we got to tell you. Here we go.
a little volume, sir.
Oh, you can pay the car this month? You wanted me to pay the car for you? Dang, go get a job. Pooh. Smash you the car. Smash you the car. I'm going to smash you in the face. Why are you wiping me? Shut up. Shut up. Why? And the other one, she go out to 2:00 in the morning. That's because she's a Bhutan. Look what I'm able to do. Look, I kill the bird. I kill you. What? I kill you, rabbit. Carl, when you drive, you can have nothing distracting. You understand me? You understand me? Oh, Marty, the biscotti you make no taste good. Oh, yeah? Shut up, I'm gonna tell you. Ma, why? You busy? Okay, when I die, you're gonna be okay. Look, come on, drive away. It's
also true.
Look, you drive away. So, dude, you should be shaming yourself. Hello? You can't go faster because the police are gonna stop you. You're gonna get a ticket, then what? Nothing. Cool. Ti spacco la testa. Va fa. All the time. Shut up. Sitsi, you making the salsa today like I do? Oh no, I got it from the store. Oh. Hey, Louis, see my there's a new television, no work. It's no work, Louis. Oh, you're not gonna fix it?
For those of you that are on the road, you have to really, when you get a chance, make sure that you stop by our Facebook page to see the work behind all of what you're hearing right now.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Borough. Happy New Year, please. Merry Christmas, I can't.
Oh, jeez.
Great stuff, man.
Thank you.
Like I said, when you first came on this show, Denise sent me a video. She goes, "You know these guys?" I go, "Do I know them?" I said, I know all their lines, all their videos. I was like in awe. And now, like I said, we became friends, and they help us on the show. We always pump
it's a
them.
lot of fun.
It's like a nice little group we got here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We, Carlo and I, we became friends in high school in Italian class. And we just started writing comedy, but we never did the Italian comedy until, probably about 11 years ago. We started doing the word of the day, which is the Italian word of the day, the broken English Italian word of the day.
So wait, before we go any further, if anyone wants to actually look and look you up, where would they go right now while we're hearing the story of the Uncle Louie Variety Show?
Yeah, you can go to the UncleLouieVarietyShow.com. That'll take you to our Facebook page, our YouTube page, our TikTok. We're trying to figure out TikTok. So
Join the club.
I'm
we'll
still working
see.
on that.
I don't know what's going on in TikTok, but I guess we're doing okay. We're trying. But the UncleLouieVarietyShow.com, that'll take you everywhere, and you can subscribe to a newsletter and all that good stuff, and we'll tell you where we're going to be because we're back on track now. We're back on tour. We have a ton. I think we have over 30 shows that we're going to be doing
On tour, yeah.
just in the fall. So we just added 7 shows. We're going to be down here. We're going to be at the Boca
going.
Black Box.
The Boca Black Box?
Can't wait.
Okay.
Just last
Can't
week.
wait.
Well, they know Mike Marino too.
Okay.
Last week. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Absolutely.
You're going to be. And you said Port St. Lucie.
We're going to be in Port St. Lucie. We're going to be at the Boca Black Box. We're going to be in Clearwater at Laughing Lizzie's. We're going to be at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples.
So all in our area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, it's going
South
to be a lot
Florida.
of fun.
I'll be at every one.
Yeah.
So I have to ask a couple of questions because I already have people are actually, you got to ask this question, you got to ask that question. For those of you that are wanting to know, Lou is actually one of the characters. That's his voice, but when he actually goes into character,
Two of the characters.
Right.
no, he's one of the characters. So he's
of
two
them,
characters.
yeah.
He's actually two. That's
Yeah.
right. The Zia.
Yeah, you
He's
got
one
to
of the
bring the
Zias.
Zias.
What does
Oh
Zia
my
mean
God.
exactly? For those who don't know what a Zia is, what is that?
Zia is an aunt. So Tia Maria means Aunt Maria.
There you go.
So I am Tia Maria. Carlo is Tia Rosa. If you watch these two, we added these two later on because people were like, when are you going to, get a couple of more characters? Okay, so we'll do the Tias. We opened a can of worms because everybody loves the Tias. And I'm telling you, I respect women so much more than I respected them before.
Good to know. He learned a lesson.
I am a big respect for women, but so much more now because, oh my God.
So are you saying that a man should actually act like a woman for a little bit to get an idea what that's like?
You know what? The lipstick, just the lipstick. Okay, let alone the bra. I mean, I got a double D. I got the bra. I got to put everything on. The hair. I got the beehive hairdo. Everything, and I'm going. This is probably 1/10 of what normal women go through. And I'm like, wow. But I'll tell you.
But you step into character.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Hysterical.
Yeah. I mean, the Tia Maria is a little bit, she's a little nervous. You know, she gets a little nervous. Tia Rosa is a little bit more promiscuous because she's like kind of single. And Tia Maria is like, yes, okay. Take it easy, Joe. Take it easy, Joe, okay? No, give me no trouble, okay? Just take it easy. I'm going to take, okay?
What's wrong with the gugoots?
No, don't even go there.
I don't know where to cross the line here, Joe. Okay? You make me nervous already bringing me over here. You need to calm down.
So for those of you that are interested, you got to go ahead. They're making reference to an actual skit that they did that deals with going on the beach. That's all we're going to say from there. You can just say it. Actually, I was on one of those. I was one of
she
those
was
skits.
in. You were on the nude
Great
beach.
job.
I was
Got
on a
him
nude
nervous.
beach.
She's on a nude beach. I said, I need this right here. She calls me up. She goes, there it is. Send it. I go, perfect. We're ready to go. And we did it because in the beginning, Tony talked to us and they said, oh, there's a new beach.
Mm-hmm.
So they thought it was a new beach.
Not nude. Nude.
Not new, but they accidentally went into the new beach. And you're going to have to watch it to find out what happens.
Coming to the new beach.
Yes. The skits actually, I have asked this question before. When you're doing your skits, I mean, is it just like a spontaneous thing, or are you planning it, or is it, I mean, it's just in general from, writing a script to compared to what you're doing now. Tell us how that happens.
Well, there's some that we do, like the word of the day is, okay, what's the word? We have to get the word. We get the word down. I think of a word that my father would have used.
So actually just based on real.
Yeah, and then we put the camera on. I think about some kind of scenario, and then we push the camera and we let it ride.
So a lot of these skits are based on real life experiences.
Oh, they're
your family. So can you imagine being at the dinner table with the likes of all of these guys, like, and the characters? I can't imagine.
Every Sunday at my house.
Yeah.
They can't hear each other. So it's a conversation that goes nowhere, absolutely nowhere, and it just gets louder, and be like, well, what's the matter with you? What's the matter? You don't know him. He's that son of a gun over there. I'm not talking to him no more because you don't know nothing. Where's the milk? Where's the milk? What is going on? What's happening? You got the nuts over there? Yes, I got him over here. That's why I got a problem. I got to go to the doctor. What? What are you saying? It's just like it's a conversation that goes on and on about nothing. Nothing gets resolved at the table.
Well, that's a typical family style dinner.
Yep.
In the household of actually many households, but specifically in this one, in the Italian household.
Absolutely. You have to play a game. In an Italian household, you try to figure out who's talking to who. So if you got 50 people at the table, who's talking to who? And you'll never get it.
And they all try to be They all try to be louder than each other.
And the stories
Absolutely.
get all twisted.
Oh yeah. And at the end they go, yes, okay, yeah, that's the truth. I don't know what you just talked about.
I have no idea. I just shake my head and go, Cousin Joey, thank you for writing.
Always.
All you guys on my phone watching live, go to the page, comment so we could all see it. Nobody can see what you're doing on my phone. Go to the page. Ask Lou some questions.
Yeah,
Call
if you got
in.
any questions?
Yeah.
You can actually comment, and if you want to dial in and ask a question or share a story of yours of when you've been in the same situation in an Italian household or any household where everyone's sitting down eating and no one hears anything. I mean, I was married to an Italian for 30 years, so I understand that completely. But everyone walked away mad.
Yeah.
Because nobody, you walked in happy, and everyone walked away mad because nothing got resolved.
Yeah.
And it was always the same thing, like Mike Marino did in his skit. My mom or my grandmother, whoever cooked. This is the last time I'm cooking for these
So
people.
the last time,
No more.
last time.
Get it
Okay, come on over next week.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the way it was.
Bring in the cake. Who's on? Mike. Okay.
All right,
It's
Mike.
Mike Marino.
Maybe.
Mike, we're here. Listen to you live. Go ahead. Can we hear you, caller? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can.
Yes. Who's calling?
I'm into comedy a lot. I do a lot of blind comedy, and I was wondering, are there many? Have you folks worked with many disabled actors or anything like that?
What was that?
Disabled doctors.
Oh, no, we haven't. It's not that for lack of looking for somebody. It's just a matter of who we talk to and who wants to open up for us. we headlined through Canada, and we headlined in Australia and through the East Coast, and we just talk to people if they're good-hearted and they got to be funny. So we bring them in, and they'll open up for us, and we usually have a ball. Our fans are the best people in the world. Yeah. They will embrace you with open arms. It's probably the best gig that anybody can do to open up for us, because our people are like family. It's like a big nunna's house.
Oh, yeah.
It's honestly, everybody's there. They know what to expect.
That means grandma's house in translation.
Grandma's house, nunna's house. They know what to expect. There's a ton of Italians, and sometimes there's not, but they all know what to expect.
They all know what's going on.
Our show, and they love everybody that's on stage. And but we'd be happy to entertain that. Absolutely. There's no discrimination here. If you're funny, you better get on stage.
Yeah.
I am pretty funny. I tell a lot of Louis Braille jokes.
Louis Braille jokes?
Louis Braille jokes? Give us one.
Get
Louis
it?
Braille's wife was named Dottie Braille. Louis Braille invented Braille.
Right.
I knew Louis very well.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
And he had a cat by the name of Polka Dot, and a guy dog by the name of Bam Bam, and he had another dog by the name of Bumpy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. We're going to move on to our next caller, and I'm glad that you did dial in. Thanks for that
so
piece
much,
of advice, Lou, about.
Yes, go to the Uncle Louie website, and you could send them a message, and maybe they could talk to you about it.
But thanks
Appreciate
for dialing
those,
in.
We like Bumpy and Boopy.
Bumbo, who is it?
Gumbo. The Gumbo? Where did you get Gumbo? It's a New Orleans thing. It's a New Orleans thing.
Oh, jeez. Thanks for calling in. But you know what?
We appreciate that. And, yeah.
We're on to our next question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another question.
This is what happens. People often
looking at him.
Listen, this is what happens on the radio show. Everyone's laughing, and this is the point of their show. If you're in the car, if you've been driving, or you're in the house having a glass of wine, you got to tune in and stay tuned in to listen, because the stuff that comes out of this show, it's not a scripted show. Everyone, people are like, oh, I need a script. Like, no, we don't want a script. This is natural comedy. This is natural conversation. We're not having an interview just because it's an interview. We're doing it because we want to talk and learn more.
Sorry.
This is fun.
Okay. Yeah,
Say hi to Cousin Andy.
Cousin Joe and Denise.
Anthony
That's my cousin
Dominicus.
Anthony.
From New York.
Dominicus from New York. What part of New York?
The Bronx.
The Bronx. So it's not from where we are, Syracuse, which is nothing. We're Canadians.
Doesn't see actually kind of are there? Isn't there a large community of Italians in Syracuse?
Oh yeah,
large community of Italians in Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo. But yeah, we're like an hour from Canada. We're not. We don't have that tri-state area. We don't have that area in New York City. So it took a lot for us to get where we were, because we didn't really have the connections in New York.
Right.
Pat Gelonzo, yes, and we're gonna be in. Let's see, Utica, Albany. Pat's in Albany.
I don't know
Pat
if he
Gelonzo, she's a huge fan.
Was he doing an accounting for like the capitals of the different states? Is that what you were just going through?
I was just going through. I'm like, wait a minute, Pat Gelonzo, she's in Albany.
Yeah, so, remember.
Let's get back though. I really am so curious about this, because here you are. Were you born in Syracuse?
Born in Syracuse. Yep.
Okay, and you met your partner.
Carlo. Well, Carlo. Carlo's married. Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong.
We're declaring that there's nothing wrong.
I'm straight, single, and that's what I identify with. So, anyways, so I'm good. And so we met in high school in Italian class, ringers. Okay.
Ringers.
So yeah, Italian. You know, we already knew how to speak Italian and everything, so it was like, all right, there's an A.
There's an A, exactly.
No problem. So we just wrote comedy in Italian class. So we would do. We actually did VHS tapes. Remember those? Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yes. We remember
VHS,
those.
with those tapes, yeah. They were like giant cassette tapes. Cassette tapes? No? Okay.
Yeah.
So we did VHS tapes, and we were on cable access called Syracuse City. and we did this show, and just regular comedy. It was hilarious, off the wall, out of the box, whatever we did.
And how old are you at this point, though?
We were
High school, right?
18, 19,
18,
20,
19, okay.
18 through 23. And then I moved. I was in Maryland, Virginia, Florida, and everywhere with my job, but I always fly back to do a couple of videos and everything else. And then later on, I got back. I got married. I was in Auburn and Syracuse area. And I used to write the word of the day, the Italian-American, the broken English word of the day. I would write it phonetically and then put it on Facebook. And Carlo's like, why don't we do it on video? And I said, okay, I'll just act like my dad. I did it. We did it on video, and it just started rolling from there. And that's it. We went from 256 likes to now, I don't know, I think we're up to a 400,000.
Oh, you guys are way up
following,
there.
and-
Like,
and
just-
we're
just-
rolling
The
pretty
first,
good.
the
You
first,
need to hear that. Wait,
the-
400,000 likes?
400,000, yeah, people.
Some more.
Yeah, probably more.
Yeah.
You
I'm trying to
understand the
keep track
impact of that.
everything,
I mean, the impact of what you've made. 400,000 likes is not easy to achieve. And I'm saying that only because I want the audience to hear the stretch and what you're doing as far as people of your audience, your followers.
Oh, they're amazing. I mean, basically what they see in the Uncle Louie character and the Tsias is their family.
Yeah.
exactly.
They see their family. We remind them of people that are sometimes gone.
Yes.
They might be still there, but they're gone. They remember old times back in the day, old school days.
Exactly how you
know?
do it. Yeah.
We're not considered
And that's
vintage.
No, we're not.
Politically correct. We're vintage.
No. We're
the
just
first
a little
the, f-
older.
the first video I've saw you guys. My brother sent it to me. It was the one things not to say to an Italian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And,
my.
yeah,
Oh,
and-
wait. Is that the.
And I was hooked after that.
Yep.
To
That's
forget it.
one
That
of
was
the
it.
things, like my father, if you were to go up to my father and say, Dad, I'm going to take a year off and I'm just going to go find myself.
I find you right here.
This would be my father's face. Just before I woke up in the driveway the next day. So, what, are you lost? What, are you lost? What's the matter with you? What are you going to find? What are you going to find? Nothing. Get out of here. I'm going to kill you. Get out.
The one we laugh about is the $100 one. Can I borrow $100 now?
Yeah. Borrow money from go get a job. Go ask your mother. Go ask your mom. I got no money.
Oh man.
That's it. Go ask your mother or go get a job.
Yeah.
That was my
But-
father's two favorite
So,
lines.
in the house, though, and I probably know the answer already, who managed the money in the house? Typically, who did?
Well, it depends on who was putting it inside the wall. So that day.
Or the mattress.
My father managed a few areas in the home, like the ceiling tiles and the walls. And then my mother put hers in the bank.
when, he,
So
when he went to buy the car.
my father, I got to tell you something. I'll tell you a story. We went to go buy a car. My father wanted a Cadillac, right? I'm going to go buy Cadillac. Okay. He goes into the ceiling.
Ceiling
He's
tile?
pulling out cash like, where did you get this? So he goes, put in your pocket. I go, there's $20,000 in my pocket right now just to put it.
In
So I'm
singles?
like-
Was it in singles?
Yeah, I look like a clown. I got like these. So we walk into a place, and my father goes, I'm going to pay you $12,500 for the Cadillac. The guy goes, well, look, sir, we got a 100-point inspection. We got this. We detailed everything else. We just can't do it. We're going to do it for $13,500. Do you understand, Mr. Greco? Now I'm standing over here, and I'm a sales guy, so I'm studying this. I'm like, these guys have no idea.
What they're in for. He has no idea.
Here's the thing. You either give the guy that deal, or you just send him on his way.
Yes.
Because he's going. He goes, you understand, Mr. Greco? Yes, I understand. I'm going to give you $12,500 for the car. Let me go get my manager. The manager comes over. They sit down. He looks at them. Manager's like, we got this. We got this. We got so much into this car. It's a great car. You understand, Mr. Yeah, I'm going to give you $12,500. Let me go get the owner. The owner of the place comes down. This time I'm laughing. I'm like, I can't. do this
You've
right
seen
now.
this
I just
before.
can't do this. 3 guys are there. He goes, we got this. We're going to do $13,000 for you. What do you think about that? He goes, that's so nice. I'm going to give you $12,500 for the car. He goes, just give it to him. Just give it to him. And the guy grabs him by the arm. He goes, and I want a 2 Michelin. Give it to him. 2
Michelin.
3 hours.
But
Three hours.
Two
Sorry,
Michelin.
2 Michelins are tires.
And I want a 2 free Michelin. Oh, give it to him.
And he
got
told
so
him,
exasperated.
he told him cash, though.
told him
12,500 cash.
Lloyd, give it to him.
Well, there are stories like that so many of us can actually relate to. And
Oh, yeah.
I can see why it brings back a lot of nostalgic memories.
Absolutely.
For family members that are no longer with us. But comedy is a healing agent. Comedy tells a lot of different stories.
Absolutely.
What's the one story that you remember the most that is, hey, let's do this with the most comical story. And if that was the one, let's move on to another one where the one that you would say made a big difference in saying we got to continue doing this. Like, what was the situation that said we have to continue telling these stories?
Is this from me and Carlo, you mean?
Yeah.
What made you guys
Yeah.
keep going? What was the most-
The one video that really blasted us, I mean, the word of the day was huge for us. It got us in there. But it was Uncle Louie at Halloween.
And Halloween.
So it was basically like, my buddy Mike is here. He knows my dad. He knew my dad well. My father's reaction. And that's really what it is. The Uncle Louie, my father's reaction to things. So Halloween was horrible. Louie, you're not going to believe what happened yesterday. And I put this on the video. We were going stagnant a little bit. I watched Saddam, I watch TV, minding my business. There's somebody knocking the door. I go to the door, open the door, there's a bunch of kids dressed up like a bunch of crazies.
Come on.
And they say, chicka-chee, chicka-chee, chicka-chee.
Chickachee.
I said, thank you. I close to the door. That's it. And then they knock on the door again. And they say, chicka-chee. I said, what's a chicka-chee?
Freddie on hold.
He say, you got to give me candy. I got to give you I don't got to give you nothing. Get out of here.
Oh, boy.
There's a little added incentive there at the end. So that would be my dad on Halloween. So we
Every Halloween?
he just was like, what are they bothering me for? Go get a job. They're 5. You want candy? Go get a job. Work for your candy, okay?
Listen,
So-
on Halloween, I used to say to my grandparents, if I ever stayed there, I go, don't you got some candy for the kids? No, I got us some change. It was like a bunch of pennies and stuff. We giving them.
Give them a hippo. I don't like those anyways. But that's the way it was. That one video exploded.
Really?
And it was like ding, 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 ding. The phone went nuts. Carlo calls me up. He goes, what'd you do? I go, I don't know. I just did this little video before, it was
That's
Halloween.
right, man.
And it exploded. And that's really where it just took off after that.
Oh, we got Freddie.
We have
Tenor
another
from the
fan.
Wise
We have
Guys.
someone that's on. Another correspondent from the Jersey side.
You got the pictures of him over there?
You got any pictures?
Yeah. So, Hey, hello from Texas, Denise.
Denise from Texas.
Hey, you guys say hi. How are
He's a
you?
cutie.
Hello.
Hey,
Trip Alton. Nice to hear from you. Freddie.
Ready?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh.
Is that Freddie from the Wise Guys?
Hey, Lou, what's up?
It's the man.
I was listening to your story. I'm telling you, my parents, my father was the same way. His just was great growing up that way.
It's nothing
I miss
like
him,
it.
But I was honored to at least have the time of my life with him, at least.
There you are.
They were the greatest people in the world, I mean, that's growing up old school, These aren't dimples, these are dents. You know what I'm saying? This is what we were taught. We were taught once.
And that's it.
Right? We were taught once.
It's so sad, but for those that are on right now listening, we actually have our correspondents, the Wise Guy Show. We have Freddie on the line.
Freddie Tenori, yep.
Freddie Tenori, and he is part of the Wise Guy Show up out of Jersey. So we've got a trifecta here for the most part. This is the 6th borough, and we
That's
have,
right.
I mean, although Jersey is not a borough, although Syracuse is not a borough, you are in the 6th borough right now.
We're here.
We're here. It's a good thing it's not the 7th borough because something different happens there.
Might be.
Might be someday.
Never know.
So what's going on in your neck of the woods, Freddie? Tell us. How's everything up there?
Well, I just got back from Atlantic City like 10 minutes ago. And we were there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and came home today. And
It was a great time. AC is always AC, and you got to find places to go and places to eat, and you know you'll have a great time. You really will. You know.
I love AC.
Well, is the Wise Guy Show on a temporary summer break? Is that right?
Yeah, when you coming back?
We're on the summer break because we regroup, because the second half of the season is our you know, we try to like beef it up a little bit more with better and you know, interviews and guests and stuff like that. So we decided to come back. We're coming back. I didn't announce it yet, but I'll announce it on your show. How's that? I didn't say.
Oh, I love it. An announcement on the show. Go for it.
On September 7th, I believe, is going to be Paul Borghese, actor Paul Borghese. He was in 61. He played Yogi Berra in 61.
Yep.
A good friend of ours. He did some Sopranos, I believe. He did a movie with. He did a lot of movies. It's Paul Borghese. And then in September, we confirmed last night in Atlantic City, Clint Howard at the end of September. The second show in September. So we got Paul Borghese and Clint Howard. So we're coming back strong right there. And then, well, we got surprises for November, but we're not confirmed yet, or October.
Well, we have a surprise for you, actually. We're thinking about coming up and going on the show live. Maybe we're going to see you up there, and let's see how that all pans out. Hopefully we can make our way up there and be on the show with you.
Yeah, we're going to get some nice clips to you, too. It's going to be nice.
We're not taking Spirit, but we're, you know... I'll never make it.
What I was mentioning to Lou in the car is how we have this unit and how we all work together and how we all help each other. It's great. It's a great bond we have.
Well, I know that
as you network.
Yeah.
Yes.
You talk about networking. I talked a lot about this with someone I'm very close with who knows a lot of famous people. And a lot of famous people don't really like to network because they're famous already. But then you got those out there that are still lingering that really are maybe they're not doing big things anymore, but yet they have a name. And I spoke to a PR person, and there's a few people out there that I'm going to kind of connect with. And look, Lou's the best.
There's no doubt about it.
Lou and Carlo. He, you know, the things he says and how he says it, I know where everything comes from the heart, and I want him to know that, you know, I look out for them as much as I can because they're my friends. And Wise Guys is Wise Guys, Uncle Louie is Uncle Louie. They're the comedy, they're the show, they're the headliner. We're just a social media network. And hey, Lou, you there?
I'm here, brother.
Lou, I want you to know I spoke to my friend, and I'll tell you this, and he so far he liked it. He's pitching 2 television shows right now. He said he has no problem because he's this kind of guy. He's always into things. He's never really online, so he doesn't. You know, he really didn't know anything about Uncle Louie. So I said, okay, I'm going to send you. So I know you do the Zias. I know you do the uncles. I know you do you guys alone, and then you do music.
Yep.
He wanted me to send him links. So while I got you on the phone now, I think I just tell you live here. You send me the best links from each, or what you feel you want to represent, show somebody that, you know, and send me the links to each of, you know, what you think is your best of each character or of, you know.
We're just talking
Absolutely.
about this in the car, too. This is great.
Absolutely.
And I send it to him, and he'll get back to me.
Oh, that's
Whatever you send me, I'll forward right to him.
That's awesome, Freddie. Thank you, thank you. I want to say,
believe me when I tell you.
I want to say this about the Wise Guys show too. It's like we have met so many good people, good hearts, you know, that we want to keep close. These guys, fantastic, first class.
The best.
The Wise Guys show, all of them. Biagio, Freddie, everybody. Mike DeGennaro, everybody. They're just fantastic, great people.
They always make you feel
know,
at home.
It's like when you're with somebody and it's like family.
Yeah.
Those are the people you want to stick with.
Exactly.
You know.
You know, these are the kind of stories or shows that really, again, brings you back in time where things just connect naturally and
Yeah.
it works and everyone looks out for each other.
Exactly.
The stories are great. The Wise Guys show, they do a great job in covering different things that are going on in their community and just bringing the whole culture together.
Absolutely.
You guys do a great job. You
They
really
kill
do.
me with the pizza though.
Oh, the pizza.
Oh my God, Freddie, your pizza reviews and those things. I'm like, you know, because it's all pizza shops in northern Jersey.
Yeah.
And some of these pizzas are like, I can't even.
You don't get good
I'm
pizza
trying
up there
to
where you
stay on
are?
a diet. You know
You don't get good pizza up there.
what?
In Syracuse?
There's some good pizza.
It's the
There's some
water. It's
good
all about the
pizza
water.
everywhere.
Buffalo has good pizza.
Everybody's about the water. They used to say like Florida had no Italian food. They're like, I don't know where you guys are going. I come down here and we're going to beautiful Italian restaurants,
good-
delicious,
good food.
everything's fantastic. I go, where are you going? Domino's? That's not Italian.
Yeah.
Domino's is not
Domino's.
Italian. It's not Italian. So I
I
don't know
got it
where
with
you're
this
eating your
phone.
pizza from. And they always say it's the water. What water?
It's the
What-
water. We can't have the water down here. You
It's
can't
not
get
the
bagels or pizza crust.
Yeah, but some of them use the natural spring water.
That
it's the
doesn't
same
count.
stuff.
No. But is anyone that wants to actually see the Wise Guys show, Freddie, can you please tell us where everyone would go to see your shows?
Yes, the Wise Guys Show on Facebook, the Wise Guys Show on YouTube. That's our archives of everything we do. But our Facebook is our home base, our Facebook group page.
And you're,
And
just
it's
like
23,000 members.
How
What's
many
that?
members? 23,000.
23.54, something like that.
That's a great network.
Yeah,
We're
they're-
going to make our following reach that point. But I think we all have something great happening here. And again, all telling those kind of stories that take us back in time and make us laugh, gut-wrenching laughing, actually. And you know what? You said it before. Today, our kids, I just don't know if they'll ever experience the great times that we did, the stories that we had with our families. Some households will hopefully continue that memory. But could you imagine you having that conversation that your father did with you buying a car, with your son buying a car?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I bring my son. I bring you back to this story, true story. I'm driving with my son, and he looks at me, and I said, "Well, why don't you try out for this?" He's like, "I just can't. I just can't." I'm like, "You can't? What do you mean you can't? You can't what? Try out for a team? What are you, nuts?" I go, "You can't say that in front of my mother. Don't say I can't in front of Nonna, okay?" It's like anything else. My Nonna, my grandmother, and I use this on stage too. It's a perfect analogy. It's like my grandmother, she lost her parents when she was 15 years old, okay? She had 5 siblings. 15 years old, she took over the household. She cleaned, she cooked, she knitted, she went 2 miles to go get the bread, she washed, she did everything and raised these kids, right? 15 years old. My son's 15. Okay? So let's put this into perspective.
Yeah, you got to put it in
He
perspective.
can't even order a pizza.
Oh, my God.
So these are the things where it lights me on fire when he says I can't.
Yeah.
My grandparents were running from bombs, okay?
Yep.
During the war, while my grandmother was pregnant with my mother, they had her on the run 14 days, no running water, and my son's like this. He's just sinking deeper and
As you're
deeper
talking
into
to
the
him.
chair. And so tell me again what you can't do. And he's like, I'll try. Okay.
You got him.
I understand. Don't say that word to me again.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Doesn't exist.
Just do it.
We're going to have to go to commercial.
Yes.
And we're going to have a special guest right after commercial. He's here, right?
I think so. I think he's sleeping.
Okay.
Oh, he's sleeping.
We'll have to wake
Okay.
him up.
All right.
Might
We're
have
after
to.
commercial,
Okay.
special guest coming
Freddie,
on.
thanks for calling in. It's always a great thing to hear from you.
Freddie, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Freddie.
taking your time and coming on today.
I'll call you a little later on.
All
right.
Love you,
Take care.
brother.
Bye-bye.
All right, you take care. We're going to go to commercial break.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com. We all know that paper straws are terrible. They dissolve after a few minutes of being in your drink. When they dissolve, they are also releasing gluten into your drink. Gator straws are different because they are made from rice paper. Rice, like when used with sushi, it gets wet and it binds. Gator straws last at least 4 to 5 hours in a drink. Gator straws are gluten-free, manufactured with superior paper, are recyclable, animal-friendly, eco-friendly, and simply the best straw on the market. For more information, call 855-915-7377 and visit our website at www.safetyworks.com. That's www.safetyworks.com. The Safety Works line of products has been carefully tested and established as the first line of defense against the worldwide pandemic and beyond. Our high-quality FDA line of personal protection equipment will keep you, your family, and your workspace as protected as possible during these uncertain times. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at safetyworks.com. That's safety, WERCS.com.
And we're back. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. This show is just going way too fast, but we actually want you to know that we've been enjoying the company of Lou Greco, who is from the Uncle Louie Variety Show. Listen, I'm still on spirit, calming down.
I see.
Listen, but again, this show has been absolutely crazy. But Lou had to step out, and can you give me an introduction, Joe? Who we have?
We
here?
got the real Uncle Louie here. He's here to see me. He doesn't look like he's too happy with me.
No, he doesn't.
What's the matter?
Does he need
Uncle
some
Lou?
cannolis? Do you need a cannoli?
It's because I just wake up. What's the matter with you? I was to sleep nice. I no sleep last night, Joe.
Sorry.
You don't sleep
Joe,
nice?
Sorry, Uncle Lou.
This one, Denise. Why you ain't come with this one? Why? I look up beautiful. Well, what's the matter with you?
I don't know.
Got
Lou.
the crabs. Got it, all that kind of. He do this movie. It's disgusting.
We has a movie.
Sorry.
He do this movie. It's disgusting. I don't know what happened with this. All over the place with this one. You know, put the cap on.
You can't do
Disgusting, Joe.
Sorry, Uncle
What's the
Lou.
matter with you?
I don't mean to laugh, Uncle Lou, but
Okay. What's the matter?
You
What
know,
was that
Denise, why?
Well, I'm trying my best. I try to help. I tried calling you because I needed to get some information. I'm on the phone. I'm asking you. They told me you were sleeping. You're just cranky, right? Are you at the beach? You went to the beach. That's where it was.
I went to the beach, yes.
Did
I
you like
went
the
to
beach?
It's nice. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
How you
Then
like-
Joy picked me up.
Oh, he picking you up to bring you
He
here?
picked me up and drive like a scostumato car. Drive it so fast. My foot was on the floor like this. I come in and change my pants. It's disgusting, Joe. Why you do?
We had
you
to
gotta
get.
slow down.
We had
okay?
to get here.
You gotta slow down, okay? We're getting
sorry.
late. So what?
I'm sorry. I'm
So
just so happy to have you here.
Thank
I'm
you.
so
How do you like
excited.
Florida so far?
I love Florida. That's a beautiful, warm. It's nice, warm. Because in New York, I freeze them. You know,
Yeah.
I freeze them.
Yeah.
You know, I freeze the
Colognes, yeah. Yes.
nuts. You know.
Now, listen, on the way here, you told me you
freeze
were-
the meatballs?
You told me you were a little hungry, and I said,
Yeah.
here's a McDonald's. You said, I don't want to go to McDonald's. I want to go to Burger King. Why do you prefer Burger King over McDonald's?
Because McDonald's is fried. Okay. I can't do fry. My blood pressure go up in the air. Okay? And what I get, Joe? Hamburg, French fry, a shake of vanilla.
A shake
All
of
the
vanilla.
time.
That's what I got.
But you told
And then they say you get the super sada for $1.
The super
Super
For $1 extra, I get a super sada. I say, oh God, yes, that's what I want to do. Give me the super sada $1. And then Joey said, look. I said, who's gonna eat all these potatoes? Who's gonna eat them? Where's the super sada? He said, no, it's a
super size.
Super
Super
size.
size. You lied to me, Joe, again.
No. But you told me Burger King was Italian. I said,
Yes,
what are you
it's a
talking about?
Burger King. It's a home of the WAP.
I'm sorry.
So
People,
that's why we
come on.
went there.
If you
Yes.
know why, it's
yeah.
a home of the
Yeah.
WAP.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
I can't.
Why, you don't believe in me, Joe?
No, I believe it. That's why we went. They had the super
He
sada.
wanted the Mickey Nougat.
Oh, yeah?
What do they call them? Mickey Nougat.
Mickey Nougat,
They're
yeah.
a little garbage over there.
Yeah.
The Mickey-Nogi.
Mickey Nougat? Mickey Nougat?
McNuggets.
McNuggets. It's a Mickey-Nogi.
But you like it, Hamburg?
Oh,
the
boy.
Hamburg, it's a broil, flame broil. That's what
Nice.
I like. I like broil.
Yeah, better than the fried.
We
It's
got
beautiful, yeah.
Uncle Louie, we got a question for you. Are you afraid of clowns?
Clowns?
Paisans?
Clowns?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a
That's what
question.
somebody's asking.
It's afraid of the clowns. No.
How do we
the
say
people
clowns in
clowns.
Italian?
Clowns.
Payaso.
Come si chiama?
Clown. I don't know. You
I know it's
stumped me on
Spanish.
this.
Clownacy.
Clown.
You're just gonna say clownacy.
Clownacy. Okay, that'll buy it. I'm telling you, Uncle Louie, you're looking really good in that jacket. I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying.
Thank you, Denise. Oh, you're gonna make me blush. Yes,
got that.
It's a beautiful jacket. It's for the ladies.
The members
Okay,
only. Look at
members
that thing.
only.
Members only. Yep.
Then if I go to the wedding, sometimes I wear this, sometimes I wear something else,
It's a good. I like the color. It looks good.
Thank you very much. It's the blue. It's a nice blue. It's like the ocean.
It's like the ocean. Did you actually wear that to the beach? Because you
Yes.
said you wear it to the beach in the sun.
They don't
Yes,
take it off.
but I wear the swimming trunks. I stick them inside the swimming trunks.
Oh.
So, look nice.
You're looking
I
nice.
Go out, have a little beer, drink a beer. I think you drink a beer before getting in the car. It's disgusting, Joe. It's disgusting. I don't like the movie you got.
But
What's
why?
the movie? Less Americana? The Less Americana?
That's the American version, yeah.
The less American
You
version.
know virgin of there.
Why don't
You
you
all over the place.
Why don't you like?
What?
Why don't you like?
I don't like the movie.
No.
It's costumado watching this movie.
Too dirty
It's
for you.
craziado watching this movie, okay? It's disgusting. You catch something, what do they get? What do you catch?
The crabs. It's just the movie. It's not real life.
That's not in the ocean, Denise.
No, the
That's
crab
another
don't.
crab is in the ocean. It's
Ah.
the crab is in the pants.
It's a crab in the
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I'm sick of my stomach. I got a issue right now. They're making me watch this movie. Say, look, it's my movie. I say, watch the movie. I'm sick of my stomach. I couldn't eat. I couldn't eat for 2 days.
He couldn't eat for 2 days.
I'm constipated.
Oh,
I
jeez.
gotta take a Hexel.
Uncle Louie's disgusted face is
I mean,
priceless.
I
It
gotta-
is. You get nervous when you look at that face.
Yeah, you make me nervous with the movie, Joe.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Uncle Louie,
I thought you would enjoy it.
what's your favorite meal that you make or who is made for you? What do you like
I
made?
like a lasagna.
A lasagna.
I like a lasagna. Oh, God. Beautiful.
Is it beautiful?
I like the lasagna. Gotta be done nice, okay? Nice. And then I like the eggplant.
Eggplant.
Eggplant in Mulangiana. Yeah,
Okay,
the
okay.
eggplant.
Eggplant.
You know?
How do you
With an
say it?
H.
Eggplant.
The eggplant.
Why you laughing,
Eggplant.
Joe? Why you laughing?
Oh,
It's
you
the
say Ronald
eggplant.
McDonald. You don't like Ronald McDonald because
Who's
he's a
Ronald
clown.
McDonald?
The clown from McDonald's.
I don't like this stupid guy over there. It's a fry.
It's a fry.
I don't like
So
it.
you like eggplant? What else?
I like a eggplant. I like the lasagna. I like the pasta asciutta. Okay, a pasta al forno. You know.
You're getting me hungry now.
It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
good with the
And
cheese. You gotta have a cheese.
Now, do you buy this all pre-made in the store? Or?
Pre-made. Joe, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you today. I swear to God.
Sorry.
Okay?
Sorry, I hit
I'm
the
gonna
wrong
punch
thing.
you in the face.
Zia
You know-
makes everything fresh.
See, I mix everything.
Even the homemade cheese,
Everything has got to be fresh. You know, I have nothing over there, okay?
Homemade ricotta, everything. She makes.
Ricotta, yes, everything. Some
Wow.
lady. The other day I was in the store. She say, "You like a pound of ricotta?" I said, "What's a ricotta?" She said, "This one. It's Italian. They call me ricotta." I said, "It's no ricotta. Stupidone. It's graziato. It's ricotta. Ricotta. What's a ricotta? What's a ricotta?"
Uncle Lou, we
Like-
have a question.
like
We have a question
mozzarella.
for you. So, do you call? Is it gravy or sauce at home?
What?
Is it gravy or sauce?
What's a
The
gravy?
marinara sauce.
Am I gonna make a turkey? You put a gravy on a turkey.
Turkey.
Okay. Joe, stop the left. I'm gonna punch you.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to behave.
Oh, so it's so then it's
Sauce.
Marinara sauce.
Yes. Marinara sauce. You know
So it's a
something?
mozzarella. What is it?
Mozzarella.
Mozzarella. We're having an Italian lesson, everyone.
It's the way you say.
What about capicola?
T'ammazzati. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna kill you. Capicola.
Gabagool.
Gabagool tesoro.
Is it cannoli or cannoli?
Cannolo.
Cannolo?
Cannolo. That's one cannoli.
Oh.
Cannoli, it's a plural.
It's a plural.
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 Plural?
I'm learning a whole different language.
How you
right
say
now.
plural? Plural.
Or Pluto or plural?
Plural.
Plural.
It's like
Plural.
for more than one.
No,
okay?
more than
it's
one.
A cannolo. No cannolo, it's one.
Right.
Okay, that's
Now,
right.
Zia makes them fresh too.
Oh,
right?
Zia
The
make
shells,
everything.
The
Oh, my
shells,
God.
everything.
Make everything. I eat everything.
Go ahead.
So, actually, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back to the second half of our show. And I don't know if Uncle Louis wants to stay with us, or maybe he can have Lou come back. We'll make him have a choice of what he wants.
Take
But
it
we're going to
easy.
go right now
Take
to
it
the
easy.
commercial.
We're gonna go to get a hamburger.
Is here. WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies is here. WWNN Pompano Beach, a VCMG live radio station. The new Oldies 95.3 and 96.9.
We all know that paper straws are terrible. They dissolve after a few minutes of being in your drink. When they dissolve, they are also releasing gluten into your drink. Gator straws are different because they are made from rice paper. Rice, like when used with sushi, it gets wet and it binds. Gator straws last at least 4 to 5 hours in a drink. Gator straws are gluten-free, manufactured with superior paper, are recyclable, animal-friendly, eco-friendly, and simply the best straw on the market. For more information, call 855-915-7377 and visit our website at www.safetyworks.com. That's www.safetywercs.com. The Safety Works line of products has been carefully tested and established as the first line of defense against the worldwide pandemic and beyond. Our high-quality FDA line of personal protection equipment will keep you, your family, and your workspace as protected as possible during these uncertain times. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at safetyworks.com. That's safety, WERCS.com.
This program is furnished by amp2tv.square.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Let's get your weekend started on Fridays with your one and only new host, Denise. Bringing you amped, raw, and fun energy to entertain as you end your week to welcome your weekend. Denise will bring new friends, celebrities, entrepreneurs, topic experts, musicians, foodies, local events, news, and much more to educate, celebrate, motivate, relax, and relate. As she says, let's make your mess your message. So let's get this party started. Here's Denise.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the second hour of our show known as the Power Up Hour. We've had the pleasure on the Sixth Borough to have with us Lou Greco from the Uncle Louie Variety Show, and it has been completely hysterics. I think my ribs are, I might have broke a rib, I'm not sure, with all the laughing that we did, but we had a really great conversation and laughing wrapped around the lifestyle of living in what it's like back in the day in Italian households and interpretations of how to say words and whatnot. But we can't thank you enough for being here. We're excited that you are able to join us for the second half of our show, Lou.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So this part of the show is where we talk about different things that are going on with respect to a story, a person that has an interesting backstory, and just like how you did, Lou. I mean, your story is great. Is how you and Carlo. Thank you. I'm thinking Pasqualino. Carlo got together and put this whole storyline together, and now you have thousands and thousands of followers, and that's just amazing that you've accomplished that. It really is. So you know what? Power up to you for being able to really pull all this together, all on the line of bringing vintage family life back into the limelight, and all great wholesome storytelling, just great. So thank you again for doing that. But this Power Up Hour, we're going to be actually having a guest that I bumped into in my travels when I was up in Maryland doing the Viral Stardom segment, episode 1. And just so that everyone is aware of, you're always welcome to place a phone call to us. If you are listening, please listen in at 888 dial in either 888-565-1470 so that you can actually go ahead and ask a question of any of us, including the person that we have as our next guest on the show. I said before, I traveled last weekend. It was a horrific experience, but all said and done with, I arrived alive. Actually, after all said and done with, for those of you that travel Spirit, may the gods be with you, because it's an actual Jesus experience when you're flying with them. But be as it may, here we are. Joe, what's going on with you?
Nothing, just hanging out with my buddy Lou here. We had such a nice afternoon so far.
I heard it was an interesting ride coming in when you picked him up. Lou is here visiting with us from Syracuse. And
this thing in Singer Island, which is 35 minutes, it says on the clock.
Right.
To get here.
Yeah.
And we got traffic, and it said we were going to arrive. What time, Mike, it started at 4:56? It's 5:56. So I said, we're going to have 4 minutes to make the show. And we got here 5:53. I'm proud of myself. And I said, 10 minutes before I got here, I go, we're still going to be there before Denise.
Yes, he did.
By a minute.
Yep.
By a minute.
Coming
but
from
we're
Singer,
here. Yes, we're here.
Singer Island.
Singer Island.
It's like another country. It's so far away.
But we do have to recognize our sponsors for sure.
Yes.
R&B Promo Sourcing, and then also we have Safety Works and Gator Straws, of which are all able to be found through our website, which is coming up live very shortly.
Yeah, finally. When?
The website.
I know you've been working really hard on that.
I've been working very hard. I'm extremely overwhelmed, and
Great job, by the way. I saw it.
It's going to be amazing. We're going to be streaming, and Lou, I'm going to let you know we're going to be streaming your show through our website.
Oh, fantastic.
It'll be
Thank
you'll
you.
be able to have a link.
It's got a ticker on it.
It's
Only
going
Denise
to be.
would find this.
Yeah, we're actually going to have the Wise Guys on there as well. These are people. These are partners of ours that have collaborated with the Sixth Borough and the Power Up Hour, and that's what we're seeking to do: build a digital city, like just kind of like a borough of different resources and partners. We're going to be live streaming our show, so we're going to have a lot of opportunity to drive traffic.
I think next week our sponsor, the owner of RD Promo, is going to come on live.
Excellent.
We're finally, Freddie, we're finally going to have everything.
We're finally going to have everything.
Yeah, it's been saying that for 5 weeks now.
Yes, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, let's go on to our guest right now. Lou, again, thank you for staying on with us. We really appreciate that. So who do we have next? Freddie, can you bring us the flyer so I can actually take this a look at it? We've posted this, but I actually, like I said, I met this person when I was up in Maryland,
Like
and
brothers.
I posted this. I don't know, is it Bruce Willis or is it not? I got you fooled? Okay. This is the flyer for the prior show. We need the flyer for this part of the show.
I like this flyer, though.
I have to make sure that we have him
It's a
on the
good picture
line
of
yet.
me.
Do we have Bruce
he there?
Willis on the line yet? We got to make sure. Is anyone on the line? Let me know. Well,
No, Bruce Willis hasn't been feeling well in real life.
he's been having some stuff going on. But when I met him, it was really very interesting that we're trying to do the show, and in comes this gentleman. I'm like, oh, wow, it's Bruce Willis. I had no idea.
So he
that-
was on the Viral Stardom. He came on.
Actually, he was there as an extra.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He was there as an extra. And strangely enough, when we were chatting, I said, why would Bruce Willis be here? I mean, for those of you that cannot see
guy's
this,
got the
this
same- you
is
guys got the
his
same
double.
barber.
Yeah.
It is his double. And I think what I'm going to do is actually pull him on because he might be having some challenges on here, but
Did he
did
say
he's
that?
on. Well, I don't know. We're going to go ahead and see if we can get him
Well,
live on here like you did the other day.
You know, I met the real Bruce Willis.
I
when
know.
In 1996, I was working on Striptease, and he was still with, is it
Trying to
Demi or
connect?
Demi?
Actually, I'm going to...
The hot chick, Demi Moore.
To be fair, just call in through 888
And it was in the strip club scene, and I got to meet him. I got to meet my
Okay.
childhood idol, Burt Reynolds. It
He's
was
having
great.
a challenge dialing in.
Had a pretty good part
Thinking
in that
about the
movie.
striptease.
The
scene,
B-mix.
That's pretty good.
I was in the bachelor party scene. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Right?
Is he on video or is he going to be on the phone? Okay.
He's on the 193
All right, we
line.
need to bring Uncle
But
Louie
this is
back.
what I'm going to do until we get you live on there. I'm going to have you dial in as a regular caller. This is what we do when we're live. Anything is possible. What's that? So just dial through 888-565-1470.
I'm hungry.
Yes. All right. Thank you. All right.
Which ones? With these guys? I never heard the nursery rhyme.
You never heard of Three Little Pigs?
He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
dial in
yeah,
regular.
yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So
Snow White. Wait, you meet this guy.
So I actually met, his name is Eric Bakwa, and I met him while I was at the Viral Stardom episode 1 shooting, and that was in Maryland. And the person that is the producer and the founder of Viral Stardom is good friends with them. And he came in to support and sat there, and I'm on stage looking, I'm like, oh my goodness, this Bruce Willis is actually sitting in the stage. Can you imagine? Like, Bruce Willis, really? Why would he be here? And it just turns out that it's actually his double. He actually plays the double for Bruce Willis.
In the movies and
In
everything?
the movies.
Wow.
Yes. In the
Is he like a
movies.
young Willis?
Well, he's actually grown with Willis.
Really?
Yep.
Bruce
Yeah.
Willis has done so many movies, man. Countless movies.
Right. He's done many, many movies, and I know, Joe, you had said to me.
He looks like.
Yeah, I guess so.
I said they got the same
The
barber.
bald head. That's the bald head. Come on. How could Luke look like him? I don't know. Maybe if you look fast enough. But actually,
It's like 100 pounds.
I'm 100 pounds. You told me that you were in a movie.
Yeah, I was just
with Bruce
mentioning it to
Willis.
Lou.
And which movie was that again?
He wasn't in the movie. It was his wife at the time, Demi Moore.
Right.
It was striptease, and he was on the set.
Okay.
He was there. I met him. He was very cool, very nice guy. He was there to watch his wife do the strip scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in that movie.
What?
Yeah. I was the table in the third scene on the right side. That's about my acting thing.
Burt Reynolds was in that movie.
Put a
Armand
tablecloth
Asante. I got to meet a lot of celebrities in that movie.
Were you in the movie?
Yeah, I was in the movie.
What part did you play?
It was the bachelor party in the beginning. I was one of the bachelors. I was actually in the credits and everything.
Were you getting strip teased?
Oh yeah, she was good.
She
was hot back then. She's still in that. Oh, what did she tell you? Take it easy.
I don't know.
That was.
I was like, I didn't know what she was
sexual-
doing. She was throwing something at me, or
No, I'm doing
I
Eric.
do the whole show like this. Like, I'm afraid what to say.
Wow, that's a great movie.
What was that?
96. We
Yeah.
filmed it, and it came out shortly after.
Brett Reynolds played a real weird part in
he
that
was
movie.
great. He was so cool.
That was
You know,
crazy.
he after striptease, he came on VIP TV many times, and we became pretty close. Great guy. I mean, so. Down
Was
to
he
earth.
normal or was he acting? Because he was a little.
No, he could play any part. He's a great guy.
In that movie,
One
he
thing
played
about
like a
Burt-
crazy
one thing about
person.
Burt, he loved women.
Oh yeah.
He loved the VIP girls, the VIP TV girls.
I love going back in the day to Cannonball Run.
Oh,
Those were
Cannonball
my favorites
Run.
of all time.
You know, on the Mecum auction this past weekend, they had one of the Trans Ams from the movie. And it went for Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the
And it
Bandit.
went for- It went for over $1 million.
Oh yeah, that's iconic.
Yeah.
You didn't buy it?
I didn't buy it. I was busy at the time. So I was
Everybody like that
I called
one.
up. I said, "I'll sign for
I
it."
wonder how many Trans Ams were bought because of that movie.
Oh,
True that.
biggest selling car.
Number one car.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy one. My
Everybody
father
wanted to
said,
buy
"Are you
Everybody
crazy?"
was so mad about the year before that they went and bought a '76, and then it changed in '77.
My father bought a Fiat X19.
I remember those.
So where you could change the tires at Dunkin' Donuts. You know, and the tire was
I
like
remember
this,
those cars.
you know?
Yeah.
He was like Louis, and then he got stuck between two tractor trailers. He sent it to Italy.
Did he call it the Pina Farina makes it?
I used to just take it out when I was 16. Just,
Imagine that car today.
Oh, the X19.
Yeah, I remember that car very well.
Well, while we're actually
Eric is on hold.
Eric, that's who we want.
Is that
Okay,
him with
let's
the real
bring him over. Eric, bring him over.
Yep.
Tell Eric to come on.
Eric, come on online. We're waiting for you. Sometimes these things happen, but when you get on, you get it on.
Sometimes.
There you are.
Hang on just
Yes.
a second.
Are you there?
I'm
Can't
on
hear
the
him.
phone with you. I can hear you on the phone.
There you go.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being so flexible and getting on. We've been talking a lot about your experience, but actually, you need to tell us. Welcome to the Power Up Hour. I had the pleasure of meeting you when we were up in Maryland, where you actually live, and I could have sworn it was Bruce Willis sitting inside the actual seating where the extras were, and I got the pleasure to meet you. So thank you for coming on board and telling us the story about how all this came to be, that you were and became a double for Bruce Willis, because we're just sitting here. It's uncanny, the liking, the liking of you and him is just amazing. We've been actually looking at some pictures. There's lots of questions. We got people in the peanut gallery here that want to ask a couple of questions, but I want you to first start off. Eric, thank you again for being on. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how this all came to be, because we're all, how does one become a double? Like, how do you do that? Like, just how does that happen? We got Lou here. They say he could be his double, but I don't know. What do you think? You can't really see right now, but I think it's the bald head that's the giveaway,
Yeah, that's
right?
pretty much it. That's all.
That's
all I got.
So, Eric, tell us how you got to get into being this position of the double to Bruce Willis.
Well, let me first off, thank you for, again, having me on your show, and it was a pleasure meeting you last week. Fortunately, Bruce and I started going bald at the same time, so that worked out nice for me. But I've got. What do we got? About a half an hour? I could talk to you for a couple hours about.
Well,
this.
we'll keep you on track, but just go right ahead. Keep rolling.
Yeah,
We got lots
so
of
what it's
questions.
I've got a 20-plus year journey, not all with Bruce Willis, but that's that's what it took me a few years to get in with him. So I had, pretty much, I was always a big fan of Bruce's. And then I remember the first time somebody told me, hey, anybody ever told you who you look like? Which I've heard that a million times since then. So it started out with, people telling me, man, you look so much like Bruce, you need to do something. And that kind of started stoking a fire in me. I was a big fan of Bruce's. I loved all his movies, the Die Hard films that I had seen and all the other films. And so it just started becoming a desire of mine to kind of want to work with him. But it's not that easy to say, I want to work with him and make it happen. I mean, it took me several years of mailing out 8x10s, auditions, working on different film sets as an extra, only to be told by, either a director or actors that were on the films that I was working as an extra that, hey, man, you don't need to be here. You need to be in Hollywood working with Bruce. So, I always did my own footwork. I never had an agent, and just a lot of persistence. I knew I had a look. I just didn't know how to get to it. So, I mean, again, I could talk to you for hours about this journey that I was on. It was a lot of up and down type stuff, a lot of close calls, a lot of rejection. I got my feelings hurt a few times. Yeah. I had an audition for the film Unbreakable. That was like my first audition, and that was back in 2000. And that was pretty. It was kind of a bittersweet type thing. I ended up going up for an audition to Philadelphia, and I live in Maryland. And so I went up. I felt like I was going to get the job, because I felt like I had enough of a resemblance to him. But when I got there, I mean, I'd never really been in front of a camera, so I was pretty nervous that day. I mean, I remember going into the casting director's office, and there might have been 15 to 20 people there that were there to go back and read for different parts of the movie. So I was just real nervous. I sat there kind of with my head, buried in my hands, and I'll never forget this guy getting up, and he came over to me and he said, "Hey, man, I don't mean to keep staring at you, but man, you are spot on to Bruce, especially from your profile." He said, the woman you're here to see today, I'm good friends with her. I do voiceover work for her, and here's a card. I'll be in touch with you. And this guy's name was Joel Gibbs. He's out of Philly, out of the Philly area. And so anyway, I go back. The casting director hands me a script. I had to read a few lines. I did the best I could. I was scared to death again, but again, I did the best I could. And
I have a question for you.
Hold
on a sec. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions for you. I know it's hard that we're gauging back and forth, but I'm curious. Knowing that you're entering into auditions for the possibility of being a double for a Bruce Willis, let's just say, or anyone that's going to be a double for someone else. I mean, are you doing things, walking, dressing, practicing like him? Or are you, ensuring that you are doing things to bring to look closer to that appearance than not? Like, I mean, is that something you prep for on a daily basis? I don't know if you're still doing this or not. We'll get there in a minute. But honestly, I mean, someone like yourself, tell us, does someone prepare themselves to look more and more like that person?
Well, you don't have to do much preparing.
I know you don't. I mean, you're definitely a doppelganger for no sure. Oh, yeah. So what's that like? Tell us, do you do anything in particular to really look like him even more?
I didn't have any experience, to be honest with you. So I felt like, I was told by this representative at this modeling agency. She's the one that had my photo, that arranged the audition for me. And so she told me they just wanted to take a look at me. So that's what I thought I was going up there for. So she didn't give me a script or anything. I didn't have any time to prepare. to read lines, to get into character or anything. So, I mean, at that time I was young, kind of extremely naive, didn't really know what it is I was doing or how to do, how to do it, how to get into it. But
how old are you at this point? How old are you at this point that you started doing this?
I was about, I want to say about 30.
At the time. So you started in this career at a pretty late age. I mean, not that 30 is old, but I'm just saying to jump into a career at that age is late in the game, so to speak. So I give you credit for doing that at that. You could have just said, screw it, I'm not going to do it. But you kept going. That's great. Great example.
There was plenty of times I said, screw it, I'm done. But there was something in me that was, that was burning. And I knew I had this look. I didn't know how to get it, but I wanted it. And I again, was at the audition. I felt like I did okay, but it wasn't good enough for the casting director. So about a year later, of course, I didn't get the job. They found somebody else, and I saw the movie Unbreakable, and I was like, this guy didn't look a thing like Bruce. And all he said a couple of lines. I could have done all of that, if they'd just given me an opportunity. But
how did you pick that? How did you pick that person out, though? I'm watching a movie. I never in my lifetime would have picked out that he's a double. I would have thought he did everything. But I mean, I'm assuming you're watching the movie. Has anyone ever? I mean, I'm looking at the gal. Like, how do you figure out that there's an? I would have ran right over that. I would have wondered if that was a double or not. But you picked that out. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't even add the part. I mean, I get casted. I'd probably get casted as a criminal or a cue ball. So that's what I got. That's my range.
That's your range. Well, it sounds like in the selection process that it took a little bit of time, and here you are connecting with Hollywood, and it clicked for you. Is that right?
That's exactly right. I mean, again, I didn't give up. They passed over on that film to use me as Bruce's double. I ended up, the guy that gave me the card, about a year later, we shot this commercial at his house with a kid that looked just like the boy from The Sixth Sense. And it was a funny car commercial. It went on TV in the New Jersey, Cherry Hill area. And the casting director that I went to see a year before that, she saw the commercial, and she called Joel Gibbs up, and she says to him, how did you get this guy? Where did he come from? How did you get Bruce Willis? And Joel told her, he said, hey, you missed him. He was there that day. He auditioned in front of you, and she was kicking herself for not hiring me. But, that's the way it goes.
It's a tough industry. I mean, it really is. It is a very difficult industry. Joe had the similar story. I mean, he went in and just read for the Last American Virgin and not thinking anything other than I'm going to go in because I'm going to try it. He got the role. It's timing. Everything is the timing.
Third audition.
The third audition?
Yeah, that's right.
You just do it. In this particular show, it's called a Power Up Hour, and you just said a whole bunch of things I really want to single out, and that's the fact that you kept the tenacity, you kept going at it. It was a dream, it was a burning, and when that goes a long way for everyone that has a desire that wants to achieve something, and that's a great motivational story right there, a tagline that I always want to point out during this time of the show on stories like this. I mean, again, I looked at this, everyone thought that you were actual Bruce Willis, and it's just amazing and how uncanny it is that you look alike. It's just crazy. But I want to ask you a couple of questions. So tell me one of the most favorite times that you were acting as Bruce Willis, and what did that mean to you? Like, what was most significant about that opportunity? Actually, did you really meet him? Have you met him? I would assume you did.
Yeah. That was my next question. When did you first meet him?
The first time I met him, so if you fast forward about 5 years later, I finally ended up working with Bruce. I got cast to photo double Bruce and Live Free or Die Hard.
Okay.
So that was just an incredible moment in my life to finally get that breakthrough after all the years of grinding and the just the up and down, close calls, rejection, people promising you things and then they didn't follow through with, I mean, one thing I learned and one thing that I try to help, if I can help somebody get to the next level, that's what I'm all about. But I've learned over the years, if you don't have if people that I've run into over the years, I won't name names, but if a lot of times people don't want to help you if you don't have anything to give them.
Yeah.
So, I'm a straight shooter. I always have been, and I always tried to do the right thing and do it with integrity. And fast forward years later, a couple of people that had promised me things, I mean, now they're seeing me on top, flying with Bruce in his jet, working on all his films. I've traveled the world with him. And so it turned out to be so much more than I ever thought it would be. I mean, I just wanted to get my foot into photo double with him. But fast forward to answer your question, which you were asking me, toward the end of Bruce's career, there was a lot of the movies that I worked on with him. He would come in for a couple of days and work and do all his shots, his coverage shots, and then the rest of it was me. I mean, I went from being on the call sheet to when Bruce left, now I'm number one on the call sheet, and I'm working with all the first-team actors. So that, to me, was one of the highlights of my career.
Did you have to study his body language really quick? Did you study his body language? Because I know some of the scenes that I watched you in some of the clips that we couldn't play, but did you have to study his body language and how he walked and talked? I mean, that you spent time with him. I'm assuming that you had to really take on some of those characteristics of his.
Yeah, it actually, now fast forward, and I was telling you when I first started, I didn't know anything from anything, but years later after working and studying, and I mean, once I put the wardrobe on or whatever it is we're wearing, I get into character. It freaks people out, especially if I show up the day before Bruce gets there. So I'll show up to film the first day. I mean, it has spooked a lot of people. I get into character, and I mean, I get the same mannerism, the same look. The only thing I don't have the same is I don't sound like Bruce. So still working on that.
Well, maybe a couple of the parts. But I would imagine that in all your travels, who's the one person that you've met that was like an aha moment, like, wow, I can't believe, outside of if it was Bruce, okay, right. But is there anyone in particular that you met that was like a great aha moment, like this was all worth it? All the hard work?
I've been fortunate and blessed to be able to meet so many incredible people, yes, actors, but I'm going to throw this in there. A lot of the people I met were from these small towns that we filmed in, and so those are the things I'll remember more than the film, is the relationships and the different people I met along the way. People that are, they're not stars or anything. They're just normal people, but I keep in touch with so many people from different sets that we've been on, that, is such a blessing to me still to this day. As far as actors, probably John Travolta. I worked with him on Ladder 49, and John Goodman. Those two were two of the nicest, coolest people I'd ever gotten the chance to work with.
Did they confuse you for him, for the actual Bruce Willis?
Well, the Ladder 49, now that's before I got in with Bruce. They shot that entire movie in Baltimore City. It was Joaquin Phoenix, John Travolta, Robert Patrick.
Wow. So
I played a wedding guest to Joaquin Phoenix, and they put me, the production put me at the table. We were doing a wedding ceremony type scene, and so they put me right next to John Travolta and Robert Patrick. And I was scared to death because I was a big fan. I grew up John Travolta. I couldn't stop staring at him.
It's idol,
I'm thinking of Welcome Back, Kotter, and Grease.
Great show. Welcome Back,
oh my
Kotter.
God! So I'll never forget Robert Patrick looking over at John and said, "John, look at this guy. He looks just like Bruce Willis." So I was like, "Oh my gosh, this might be my big break." And unfortunately, it didn't happen. But you know, just to be noticed.
Yes,
and,
Eric. This is Joe. I got a question for you. A couple of questions, actually.
Sure.
Now, for people that are not in the industry, tell them what a double is, a movie double or a celebrity double, what they actually do. You know, because the first thing that comes to people's mind is that you're a stunt double. No, you actually were acting in parts where he wasn't there, like far away shots, some close-ups. I know what a double is. I'm in the business, but for people out there that don't know what it is, explain exactly what a double is.
Well, let me start off by talking what a stand-in does. That's pretty much what they do is they stand there. So,
right.
And that's kind of where I started in the beginning. Toward Bruce's, later on in his career, then I started doing a lot of photo doubling. And but basically, what a photo double does, the more you look like your character, like your person, the more they can, they can use you in the film.
Right, it's the less that they have to do. You do more of it.
Correct.
Right.
That's exactly right. So, and for me, I loved it because the more I got to work, the more I got to act.
Right.
And they use me for profile shots, over-the-shoulder shots with the first-team actors again. But I got away with a lot of, they were able to get sometimes straight on my face. And shoot me that way too. So, it depends on how much you look like the person,
Right.
and also photo doubling could be them using your hands or, your legs, whatever. Stuff like that is also photo doubling for whoever it is you're working with. But
what was the best thing you took advantage of? What was the best thing you took advantage of? Looking like Bruce
I know
Willis.
where you're going.
Listen.
Leave it to a guy to ask that question.
Well,
I was thinking it. Glad you asked it.
I'm happily married to my wife Jennifer, and she's been by my side ever since I got on this journey. But the treatment is nice. Don't get me wrong. I went from as an extra back to holding. You guys remember that. And then you'd sit there and wait and hope
all
that
day,
they'd come out and call your name. So I finally, years down the road, I got my own trailer. I had my own chair. I got people coming up to me asking me what I need to drink. So, all that stuff was wonderful.
Do a lot of
the best. Did you ever get the best place in the restaurant?
That was my
best
next
table
question.
in the restaurant.
Do people actually come up to you and ask for autographs and say, "Hey, let him in. It's Bruce Willis."
It's $25.
I wish I had a dime for every photo or every time
Right.
people
I
come
can
up and ask
imagine.
me. Oh man, I'd be retired now, but yeah.
You know who I am, or I'm not, or whatever.
Nowadays when they come up and they say, "Anybody ever told you?" I'll say, "Yeah, Denzel Washington," or I'll just throw a name
you
out
tell
there.
them that
now
you're Denzel Washington?
Try to beat him to the punch. Yeah.
So-
I just throw a name, and it's funny because a lot of these younger folk coming up now, they don't even know who Bruce Willis is. So,
But I'm
I
thinking,
ran into a buddy of mine.
I'm thinking, Eric, towards the end now, when his health was going away, you probably worked more and more, right? You probably had to do lots and lots more stuff for him.
Yeah, it was such an honor for me to work with him. And I always, whatever he needed, I was there for him. So
that's great.
I always wanted to do my best for him and be the best Bruce that I could be for Mr. Willis, and always honored him and was thankful that he had me a part of his team.
Awesome.
And my story, and I hope it inspires somebody. Again, it started out as just a dream, and I worked it and worked it and worked it. And there were times when I wanted to quit. There were times when I had people tell me, "Look, you just need to give up. You get close. They slam the door in your face." And yeah, I was pissed, but there was still something that was burning on the inside of me. And then, a lot of it is timing. And then the biggest part about it to me is I feel like it was the grace of God that gave me the opportunity because of how everything fell in place for me and how it all worked out for me. So
What do you
that's
do
my
on your
story.
daytime job? Like, what do you do just to keep yourself? I mean, you're not doubling anymore for him. I wouldn't assume because he's not doing much these days
Yeah,
outside of
I'm
convalescing.
actually a landscaper. I'm actually a landscaper, 30 years in the business. So, you know, I work outdoors. I work with my hands, and you know, I got a business. It's called Celebrity Lawn Care, and it says, when I'm not making movies with Bruce, I'm mowing lawns.
Do you get jobs because
So-
you look like him? I would imagine.
Oh man, people hire me because I look like Willis, and then they say, "Hey, we got Bruce outside cutting our lawn."
That's
know?
a gig. That's great.
So-
That's genius.
That's a great angle, I'll tell you. You're raking in the money on that
It
one.
works.
How's he
It
feel?
works.
How's he feeling? I'm sure you're good friends with him. How's he feeling? Is he okay?
I mean, the last film I worked with Bruce was back in October, and it's called The Fourth Night. But I have not spoken with Bruce since then. I do keep in touch with a couple of the guys that are on
Yeah.
the team, so I mean, they kind of give me the scoop on,
Right.
what's going on. But I wish him well. I mean, I'm
He was
again,
one of my
so
favorite
appreciative.
actors.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
There was a lot of times I think the first time I flew with him on the jet, I mean, I smiled from the time we took off to the time we landed, and I just kind of had to keep kicking myself, like, dude, do you realize
Who you sitting next
how
to? Yeah.
far you've come?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy,
What was
I
what
had
was
an
the?
article-
I'm sorry. What was the
go
TV
ahead.
show that he did in the '80s that got him started?
I
with-
know the answer.
I don't remember, but wasn't it great with that lady?
Well,
Moonlighting.
Moonlighting.
I-
Yeah.
Wasn't it great?
Moonlight.
I know the answer.
That lady. What was that? Chocolate name. What was her name?
all the women know the answer to that.
Sybil Shepherd. Yeah.
Civil Shepherd.
I mean,
Sybil.
Sybil. He was.
Yeah,
He
your
was.
Italian accent. Who knows?
He was great in that show. I love that show. He was very funny.
German Shepherd was on there.
Yeah.
And,
How can I forget?
And
Yeah,
it
it
was
was German Shepherd
it was
Sybil.
so cool to sit back and listen to him crack jokes, and he had such a good sense of
He
humor.
was quite charming. He was very
oh
charming.
my goodness,
was a great
he was sharp. He was
Yeah.
sharp.
Yep.
But
Well,
I had, real quick, I don't know if anybody's interested. When the news broke about Bruce, struggling with aphasia, I got a call from a buddy of mine that was in the music business years ago, in the 60s and 70s. He's a local guy. He's fascinating. You may want to chat with him sometime. I'll shoot you his name one day.
Okay.
But so he calls me and he said, "Hey, Eric, I got a guy from the Washington Post that wants to talk to you." And I said, "Listen, his name's Michael Overman." I said, "Listen, Michael," I said, "I'll talk to the guy, but I'm not getting in Bruce's business. I'm not telling any, I'm not
Right.
disclosing
Respect
anything."
It's good
So
respect.
if he wants to talk, we can talk about me, my journey. But other than that, I'm not getting into Bruce's business. So
That's probably why he was
the
so
guy
close to
called
you,
me.
trusted you.
I mean, the guy called me. We did the interview. Took about an hour and a half. And, I mean, he knocked it out of the park. He stood true to everything that he told me he was going to do. They sent a photographer over to get my photos like the day or two after the interview. This is how this whole story kind of wrapped up for me. When I first started in the acting business, my next door neighbor worked for the government. He was a photographer for the veterans of foreign wars. So he shot the presidents, all the dignitaries, all the bigwigs. And he said, "Look, man, come down to my studio. We'll do all your stuff. Let the government pay for it." I was like, "Well, that works for me because I ain't got no money." So I go down, get the photos taken. Anyway, long story short, the guy 20 years or 20 plus years later that shows up from the Washington Post,
Oh.
he gets out of the car. I shake hands, introduce myself to him, and I said, "Hey, how long you been with the Post?" And he said, about 20 years now. I said, "Do you know a guy by the name of Emerson Sanders?" And he said, his eyes almost popped out of his head. He was like, "Oh my gosh, Emerson's the guy that I was his apprentice. He's the guy that taught me photography." And I was just, I mean, it all just kind of came back full circle.
Oh, that's
So I got some.
I'm sorry,
The photos that you use,
Yep.
those are the Washington Post photos.
Got it. Okay.
So,
Well, I tell you, your story
I
is
mean,
a full circle story. We're going to go ahead and break to a commercial real quick, and then come back, and we're going to do one or two more questions, and open it up to anyone else that wants to ask questions. It's 888-565-1470, and we're going to go ahead and move into the close of the show very shortly. So hang in there. We'll be right back.
RD Promo is the premier source of unique and captivating promotional products. Whether you need gifts for trade shows, corporate giveaways, holidays, or something in between, RD Promo is committed to the best services and products for our clients. Our expert account representatives are committed to your satisfaction and are prepared to help you find the promotional bags, gift items, and products you need. Our compelling corporate gifts meet high-quality standards and are designed to work for every budget. RD Promo makes promoting your business affordable, efficient, and fun. We work with high-end clients, advertising, and marketing firms alike to craft successful marketing campaigns for brands. Small businesses, major corporations, and multinational Fortune 500 companies have trusted us for their promotional product needs. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at rdpromo.com. We all know that paper straws are terrible. They dissolve after a few minutes of being in your drink. When they dissolve, they are also releasing gluten into your drink. Gator straws are different because they are made from rice paper. Rice, like when used with sushi, it gets wet and it binds. Gator straws last at least 4 to 5 hours in a drink. Gator straws are gluten-free, manufactured with superior paper, are recyclable, animal-friendly, eco-friendly, and simply the best straw on the market. For more information, call 855-915-7377 and visit our website at www.safetyworks.com. That's www.safetyworks.com. The Safety Works line of products has been carefully tested and established as the first line of defense against the worldwide pandemic and beyond. Our high-quality FDA line of personal protection equipment will keep you, your family, and your workspace as protected as possible during these uncertain times. Call 1-855-915-7377 or visit our website at safetyworks.com. That's safety, WERCS.com.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Once again, shout out to our sponsors, R&D Promo Sourcing, and also Safety Works and Gator Straws. So those of you that have been listening, they've been great sponsors for us, and we're really engaging and hoping that you want to be interested in becoming a sponsor. So if that's the case, please go and reach out to us. You can call us directly at 954-562-8518. So we're back with the Bruce Willis Double Danger. Who came up with that word?
Double danger?
Double danger. But we had an interesting question. Are you there, Eric? Are you still there? And did we lose him?
Eric?
Okay.
Eric, are you home?
Hello, Eric?
Hello?
Are you there?
Well, hopefully he'll dial right back in.
No stai.
He's no sty. Well, I want to say that we had Bruce Willis's Double Danger, which is his double, and he's telling us the story, essentially, of what it's like, his journey and how he came to be a double, and what that really means in this industry itself. So it's been very interesting to hear how that all came to be as far as the double is concerned.
There's a big difference. And every movie has stand-ins.
Right.
You know, because the actors don't want to be out there when they're setting the lighting, and they look somewhat like them.
Mm-hmm.
But double is hard to find someone that looks, you know, like you. And like I noticed from reading up and doing stuff on it that they work a lot.
Oh yeah.
Especially for older guys.
He's
like
back.
Sly and all these guys. They try to work as little as possible. They have the doubles doing.
Sylvester Stallone's like, what, 100?
Yeah,
Two.
Rocky, yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, I got
Sylvester could be like 130.
So we got
He's
Eric
back.
back on the line.
Oh, he's back.
Eric, yes. So we were just saying how the difference between what a stand-in and a double is, and I mean to be a double, right, Joe?
It's a
like,
gift. It can look
yeah.
so much like an actor. Yeah.
Yep, yep. So. Oh, so
Marty
with
and
that
triples
said,
even worse.
I know that also, you know, given the fact that you're a landscaper, you know, that sets a dimension to a person. I mean, you can have, you would think as a double, such a huge life running and doing what you need to do in the limelight, if you will. But no, he's a guy like you and I.
Like you and I, yeah, right.
That's not a guy like
I'm a guy girl.
I don't even think you know what a lawnmower is.
He's nothing like you, I don't think.
I do know what a lawnmower is, but I won't
No.
touch it.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now. But
Oh God, you weren't there.
So anyway, moving on back to Eric.
What's
Eric,
his favorite
there was
movie?
a question that we had
Yes.
for you. It's coming in. Why don't you hold on? What we get that
Freddie
question.
Fingers. Freddie Fingers.
What was your favorite movie doing for Mr. Willis?
Are you there,
Mine too.
Eric?
Is he there?
That was my favorite too.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on, he's there. My bad. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You gotta turn.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, my favorite movie that I worked with Bruce on was Live Free or Die Hard.
One of my
Oh,
favorites.
okay,
too.
one of the favorites.
How many did you do with him?
I did 13 films with Bruce and 20 commercials.
Wow.
That's a lot of
13
work.
films.
wow. That's fantastic.
And the other question I have is, I want to ask Joe, what was your body double? Who was your double
My double?
in your movies? Yeah.
In this movie, I didn't have one, but in Hot Chili, I had a stunt double.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did?
Oh yeah. Got chased by the bull.
Oh wow!
Went,
You didn't want to do that?
Hell no. Crashed through the window.
Wow!
And the window's not really a window; it's plastic glass,
I'm
right?
not jumping through it, so whatever it is.
So you had a stunt double.
in the second movie, yeah.
Did you have to do any stunts yourself, Eric?
I did a couple of minor things.
Okay.
Nothing crazy like jumping through windows and all that kind of stuff.
Well, Eric, thank you so much for sharing. You gave us some really good nuggets of inspiration and thoughts to take away with you the desire, the burning desire to make sure that, you know, if you're wanting to do something, that's a great message for anyone that has a desire. It's for anything. It goes for anything. If it's out there, you want to do it, keep going at it until it becomes a reality. And I really do appreciate that message. I know personally you had shared something with me that is important to the Sixth Borough and Power Up about your son and the unfortunate incident of losing your son.
Oh, wow.
And I know that it was very difficult, but I know there's a message that you want to share. We're partners with a nonprofit called Recovery Unplugged, and I want to give you this 1 second here, a couple of seconds to share your thoughts and if there's anything of a message that you want to tie to the situation that you and I talked about.
Well, as you and I talked a couple of days ago, I mean, I can talk about it now. It's been 2 years now since I lost my son, Michael.
Okay.
And, the first year I couldn't talk. I mean, the minute I open my mouth, I'd start crying. I mean, it tears me up. But I take that. I mean, I take it personally now. Like if I hear of somebody, dying from an overdose or struggling with addiction, I mean, I take it to heart, even if I don't know the person. I mean, it's such a struggle for a lot of people. There's a stigma that goes with it, and I guess my message is if you're struggling, please reach out for help. There's plenty of help available, and don't be ashamed of it if you're struggling. And if I can encourage somebody today, I mean, I hope it does. It's a pain that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. So I just hope that I can make a difference. Maybe sharing with a parent has a child that's struggling, or even if it's a young person that I run into. I mean, I hope there's something that I can give back.
I know
some
that
kind of life lesson that I've learned.
I know that we talked and it was important. And again, this is a Power Up Hour. And mental health is very important to our community here, especially through the Six Borough and the Power Up Hour. I wanted to make sure I gave you that quick platform for even the fact of sharing your time and your stories with us. So if anyone wants to reach out to you based on what you just said, how would they do that? I mean, I guess it would be through your Facebook page or Instagram. Would you mind sharing that?
Yeah, I mean, the Facebook page would probably be the best. I mean, I kind of had to go private because I get a lot of
I can imagine.
weird people sometimes, that try to follow you on Instagram or whatever. But yeah, if they want to reach out to me, or they can, if they hit you up, Denise, and
Yes.
you get a hold of me or whatever,
We'll
I'd
do
be
it that
happy
way.
to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll say that out there.
Yeah, I'd be
Anyone that
happy to
wants
talk
to
anybody.
Right. If anyone wants to communicate to Eric regarding this, you can go ahead and reach out to me through our Facebook page, which is the Power Up Radio, TV, and the Six Borough. That's one way you can get to me. Eric, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your stories, making us laugh, and just as an uncanny situation that you have this amazing resemblance to Bruce Willis. Thank you so much for sharing, and we do hope and wish you well in your further and future endeavors. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank
you very
I
much.
appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Take care now. So there you have it. We always want to make sure we end the show on a positive note. Lou, thank you for being here. You're 5 minutes to go. I got 5 minutes to go.
having me.
Thank you for
About
having
5
But we
minutes.
were actually talking about how to use a rotary phone. So we're going to move on to something after such, talk about something heavy real quick. We're going to, okay, so I'm going to talk about this. We're going to close the show with this. This is a show that goes from the Six Borough and the vintage lifestyle that we all had when we were in the 70s, 60s, or 70s, 80s, and 90s. 60s. No, we don't want to talk about that. No. But
I'm 80s.
anyway, we were just talking about, and Lou, in his comedic way, said, "What is this?" And he goes to say, "What is it that you said to your son?" Can you imagine, showing your son what
Oh,
this
I can
is?
imagine it.
Has he ever seen one?
He would just push the numbers.
Yeah. So
You're like, I don't
actually
understand. I don't get
found
it.
a vintage phone. I found on eBay. I went on there
I know
and I
for
got
Louis'
yellow. I got a yellow because I had a yellow one of these when I was younger.
But here's the difference of our generation. We would figure it out. We would figure
we would
out
take it
how
apart.
to use it. My son would be like, I don't get it.
Let me Google it.
This would have been me. I would take the phone apart just because I wanted to. I can't take this one apart.
Like that, I'd probably light it on fire, see how long it took to
I
melt.
used to take
or
it apart and
something.
make sure there are no bugs in there. They listening again?
Did you buy this when you went on your 911 vacation?
No, I didn't do it all at once, but it occurred to me because
Where'd you find
we
all
were
this stuff?
just talking about
Candy?
vintage, talking about
Yeah.
what we grew up
Kids
with.
would probably try to take
That
you
will
with
be
them on a
next
trip
week.
or
Yeah,
something.
next week.
thinking
Yeah,
it's worth
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, how many people remember this sound? Right, here we go. Remember? I want to do this one.
The rotary?
The rotary. How to use it? That's it. Oh, no, I didn't
No, she
forget.
doesn't know how to use it.
You're gonna break a nail.
We didn't
Mine
have
had a
the-
cord that was like 12 feet long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go into
So
the
you can walk
bathroom.
around the room.
Exactly.
In the bathroom.
The cord that was like 12
Ours
feet
was
long.
in the middle of the
Buddy,
house.
next week I'm
was
gonna
in the
bring a
middle of
picture
the
of me and my
platform.
stunt double.
My father,
Bring 'em in.
don't move with the phone.
Bring them in.
I gotta find it. Yeah.
Now,
I wanted to
I remember that in a movie, a horror movie.
The yellow
They
phone.
used to, they used to why to
Rotary
kill
dial.
people. It was like the rotary killer.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
a horror movie you're getting away from somebody trying to call.
What was the rotary movie when the guy was calling it from inside the house? That was the phone.
That's right. Remember that was a good movie, and he was in the house. Yeah,
And back then they could
He's right.
call, you know what I mean?
he's
That's a good
right.
point, though. I mean, there was no 911. If this was the case, 911, you would have died.
My
Yeah,
grandpa-
it's a horror movie. You're
Number,
just
number
dead.
9,
My
just to
grandma
plug
tried
it
to
up.
call. He was on 3.
My
I'm trying to call the radio
my,
station.
my grandma, when we used to have like the family outburst, brothers fighting with each other. Shit, instead of calling 911, call a 011. Call a 011. Everybody would start laughing. What?
Mike, that's a good. Yeah, remember he was trying to win the radio station stuff? They're like,
party line.
Call in 37.
Used to wait till the last number. Now put that in here. And then we call.
You got like 4 calls in like 20 minutes.
Well, here's the thing. This is an actual phone. It works.
Yeah, there was no reset.
It
Once
had
you stopped dialing,
yeah.
it was over. You
This
had to
is
start over again.
it says hands free. What?
No
There's a link.
reset.
There's a
No
link.
delete.
Hands free. Yeah, why is
When a stranger calls.
When a stranger calls.
When you had like,
There it is.
When a stranger
When a stranger,
calls.
no, over here.
stranger calls.
Oh, that's the
Came up
movie.
with the ding, ding, ding.
Party lines, party lines, party
I
lines.
remember the party lines on this.
You may believe you were the person that they called and then you asked them all these questions. Ever happened?
The 1-900 numbers.
Only you had
I
that.
don't know anything.
You spent a lot of money. He spent a lot of money.
I had a couple of numbers.
Yeah, you spent a
Denise
lot of
used to
money.
work for me on the
Yeah.
line.
All right, we gotta go.
Recognize her voice?
We gotta go.
We gotta go, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, next week another surprise. So stay tuned. Once again, Lou Greco, thank you so much for being here from the Uncle Louie Variety Show. Thank you so much, Eric Lucas, for being on here as well. Thanks to our guests in the audience here. Shouts out to them, and thanks of course to my co-host here for being who he is and being here. Yes. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. Tune in next time. Have a safe weekend,
Tell them
and
where they can watch it again.
you can actually watch our show again tonight on the Facebook page at Power Up Radio TV, The Sixth Borough. Thanks so much. Tune out. Ciao, everyone. Take care. Have a great night.
Listening live to the one and only timeless Denise as she helps you bring in your weekend with a smile. If you wish to contact Denise and be on the show, call us at 866-224-5422 or email Denise at poweredupradiotv.show and tell us how your business shapes up the weekend. Again, call us at 866-224-5422 and make your mess our message. Now that you are powered up, go get your weekend on.
The opinion